Dear students, today you are going to learn IUPAC nomenclature in just 15 minutes. IUPAC nomenclature is a method to provide a scientific name to all the organic compounds, and it is recommended by the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. In order to give a name to organic compounds, there are certain rules framed by the IUPAC. But before we are going to discuss all that rules, we should know the components which are present in all the name of organic compounds. So here you can see on the screen that three components has been mentioned. The first component is prefix. This is the other substituent or functional group. Then next is root, that is a parent structure. It indicates the number of carbon chain present in the structure. And suffix, this is the principal functional group. Let's take an example to understand all these three components. Here you can see the structure of 4-hydroxy 3-methyl pentanol. So here in this structure you can see different color has been given to different atoms. Here you can see the dark blue color is indicating root word. It means root word is the number of carbon which is present in a chain. Here you can see total 5 carbons are present in this chain, which are colored with dark blue color. And next is red color indicating the prefix. So here you can see 4-hydroxy 3-methyl, the hydroxy group at 4th position and the methyl group present at 3rd position, which indicate the prefix word. And the last one, suffix, which is indicated by the -al. It is the name given to the aldehyde group. You can see the oxygen and the hydrogen with carbon are labeled as a green color. So these all three components, prefix, root word and suffix, they are the compulsory part of any IUPAC nomenclature. Let's discuss each component one by one. So first component is root name or root word. It is the number of carbon atom present in the chain. Here you can see a table in which number of carbon atom and the root word is mentioned. If a compound have one carbon, then the root word used will be meth. If 2 carbon atoms are present, then eth. If 3 carbon atoms are present, then prop. If 4 carbon atoms are present, then but. If 5 carbon atoms is present, then pent. If 6 carbon atoms are present in the chain, hex. If 7, then hept. If 8, then oct. If 9, then not. And if 10, then dec. Here again the number of carbon atom from 11 to 30 has been mentioned. So basically this root name or root word is the number of carbon atom present in any chain given in a particular structure. Let's see an example. This is the structure in which you can see the blue color is indicated on the carbon and you can count the number of carbon atom present in the chain. Here you can see the total number of carbon atoms are 5. So the number of carbon atom present in this structure is 5. So the root name will be the pent. Let's start with next component, that is prefix. Generally prefix is written before the root word in any IUPAC nomenclature. It indicates the presence of side chain or the substituent groups in given organic compound. Basically this prefix is classified into primary and secondary prefix. The primary prefix indicate the cyclic or acyclic nature of given compound. Here you can see the example of cyclohexane, in which the cyclo word is used as a primary prefix which indicate the presence of a cyclic compound. Next category is secondary prefix, which indicate the presence of side chain or the substituent group. So here you can see the structure of 3-methyl pentane. In 3-methyl pentane, this methyl group is present as a side substituent group, which is indicated by the yellow color. Let's discuss the third and the last component, which is called as suffix. It is the major functional group present in any molecule which will be written after the root name. Suffix, again it is classified into primary and secondary suffix. Generally primary suffix is written immediately after the root word, and generally this primary suffix are alkane, alkene and alkynes. Alkanes are the compound having single bond. So if we have to write the alkane name, then we have to write the root name, which means that the total number of carbon atom and plus ane. For alkene are the compounds who have double bond. So for that again we have to write the root name, means total number of carbon atom present in the chain, plus ene as a suffix. And third one is for alkyne compounds. Generally alkyne compounds having triple bond. So again if we want to write, then we have to write the root name plus YNE. In any structure, primary suffix is the compulsory part. So without primary suffix, the nomenclature part will be incompleted. Here you can see the example of primary suffix in the tabular form. Number of carbon atoms are given in first row. After that, root name, meth, eth, pro, but, pent, hex, hept, oct, non and dec. And for alkanes again the rule is there, you have to write first root name and then ane. For alkene, root name plus ene. For alkyne, root name plus ine. So here on the basis of number of carbon atom, if it is present in the alkane, alkanes are the compounds having all the single bonds they have. So here if root name we can write, in alkenes we have to write root name plus ane. In alkene again you can see the example, if first carbon is there or only one carbon atom present in the structure, so for alkane we have to write meth plus ane, so it became methane. Next, if number of carbon atoms are 2, then the root name is eth. So for alkane we have to write eth plus ane means ethane. For alkene, eth plus ene means ethene. For alkyne, eth plus ine means ethyne. So in the similar way, we can write all the primary suffix present in alkane or alkene or alkynes. Let's discuss secondary suffix. Generally, secondary suffix is the major functional group which will be written after the primary suffix. So here you can see the example, penta-2-ol is the structure. It is also called as pentanol. 2-pentanol. 2 is indicating the position at which the hydroxy group or the alcoholic group is present. So here you can see the compounds having alkene and alcohol group attached to it will be named as alkanol. Alkanol is the general name. Here all is indicating the hydroxy group or alcoholic group. So here we can use all as a secondary prefix which indicate alcoholic group. So here you can see the structure. The secondary suffix is indicated by the green color. So here 2-ol is the secondary suffix. Now in everyone's mind, one question will come. What if 2 or more functional groups are present in any structure? Like in this structure, you can see the 2 functional groups are present. So how to decide which one will be secondary prefix and which one will be the secondary suffix? Answer is very simple. On the basis of priority of functional group, we can decide which group will be secondary suffix and which group will become secondary prefix. The highest priority group will become secondary suffix and the remaining all other groups will be given as lowest priority and they will become secondary prefix. But the question arises, how can we decide the priority of functional groups right now? The answer is very simple. Just remember the priority table. If you remember the priority table, you can easily identify the major functional group and the secondary prefix. Isn't it that simple? Here you can see the table in which different functional groups are mentioned. These functional groups are listed in the order of decreasing priority for nomenclature. It means the compound which is written at the top is carboxylic acid has the highest priority and the alkanes have the lowest priority. So if in any structure these functional groups are present, by seeing the priority table you can decide the major functional group, and the remaining other functional groups which will be present in that structure will be a suffix prefix part. So here you can see carboxylic acid is having the highest priority, so for that suffix is going to use as a oic acid, or this is the molecular formula for carboxylic acid. Same way, acetic anhydride, ester, acylides, amides, nitriles, aldehyde, thioaldehyde, ketones, thiones, alcohol, thiols, amines, ether, sulfide, alkenes, alkyne, alkyl halides, nitro and alkanes are been mentioned and they are listed according to the priority. So this group is having the highest priority and alkenes will have the lowest priority. Let's take an example to understand all the three components. Here you can see the structure of thimethyl pentane 2-ol. In this structure you can see the root name is pent. The root name is pent because of the presence of 5 carbon atom in this chain. You can see first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth and fifth carbon. And next is all the bonds are single bond, so it means this compound is alkane. So we can write as pent plus ane. Here ane is primary suffix. Now functional groups are present, OH and methyl group. If two functional groups are present, then on the basis of priority we can decide which one will be the highest priority group and which one will be the lowest priority group. So when we compare OH and CH3 group, we found that OH or the alcoholic group have highest priority. So this OH became secondary suffix and automatically this methyl group will become secondary prefix. So according to the IUPAC rule, we have to write the secondary prefix before the root name. So here you can see 3-methyl is written before the root name pent. 3 indicating the position at which the methyl group is present and it is written by the red color. So here 3-methyl pentane. So here it is written as pentane. 2-ol means the alcoholic group present at the second carbon. So in this way all the three components are mentioned in this nomenclature part. Thank you for watching this video. Any queries are welcome. So in my next video you will get all the rules for IUPAC nomenclature with examples.